One of the big reasons that people relapse after long time periods is they start to think that they can somehow control the way they go back to smoking in one of two ways. If they used to smoke 20 a day or 40 a day or 60 a day, oh, they hated that. They don't want to be that kind of smoker again. But if they're off long enough, they start to think, well, but I won't be that kind of smoker again. I can control the quantity. I'll just smoke 2 or 3 a day. And gosh, if you could just smoke 2 or 3 a day, that sounds really good. And that's hard to resist when you're thinking about just smoking 2 or 3 a day. The other issue that can happen is, hey, maybe you're under a bad time period, stress and problems and things just seem a little out of control. And you remember you used to smoke during these time periods, and you're going to smoke now, but you're only going to smoke during the time period. You know, once you get through this season, or once you get through this particular problem, then with the stress gone, you'll just know you'll quit again because look, you were off all this other time without this stress. When you start thinking in limited term use, either in limited quantity or in limited time, that's what allows you to take a puff on a cigarette, because it doesn't seem that critical, it doesn't seem that problematic, it doesn't seem like that big of an issue. But you have to understand, this is a drug addiction. You take the puff, you're going back to where you were. If you could have been smoking 2 or 3 cigarettes a day, that's all you would have been smoking all those decades you were smoking. You have to look at cigarettes in their entirety, the package deal of being a smoker. With that package goes all the expenses, all the social implications, all the medical implications. It's the package deal of smoking. If you look at smoking in its entirety, you'll realize you don't want it under those terms. And those are the only terms that a puff comes with. That's the only terms that administration of nicotine from any source comes with. It puts you back to needing to use again. See it that way. This isn't brainwashing yourself to look at it in the most negative light. This is looking at it in an accurate light. You look at cigarettes the way they were, and you understand that a puff puts you back to that way of life again. You won't want that puff. It's not even a matter of not just taking that puff. You won't want it under those terms, and those are the terms it come with. If you want to sustain your quit, see cigarettes in their entirety. And the more you do that, the more committed you will continue to stay to never take another puff.